Hello, it's Sarah and welcome to my video. So today for you I have 10 healthy habits. Tip number 1, drinking lots of water. This is something I sometimes struggle with just because it's like a matter of routine. When I was in school, I would drink a whole bottle of water at work. Working out, I was drinking water. When I was eating, I was drinking water. When I was in class, I was drinking water. Hey, kitty. There's a little kitty here. Hey, baby. She's shy. Oh, she's gonna hang out with us. Okay. Anyway, so drink lots of water. Okay, so tip number 2 is one of the personal preference ones. So for me, I noticed this is certainly beneficial to me and most people, but some people don't like to do this, and that is working out in the morning. And for me, it's much easier to go get my workout done in the morning, first of all, that way I don't procrastinate later on. There's certainly been times throughout, my journey where I've had to work out later on because I just don't have the option. No one wants to work out on their way to work, you'd rather work out afterwards. So it can kind of conflict with some certain things, but when I was at my most happiest with my fitness and stuff, I would go work out in the morning, come back, relax, have breakfast, and then start my usual day. And that is just really beneficial because I feel like you're always in a better mindset afterwards, after workout. Plus your body continues to, burn more fat throughout the day post-workout. So it's beneficial mentally and physically. Tip number 3 goes along with working out. And this isn't really a healthy tip, but this is how to stay motivated when you're in the gym. And this is listening to music you love. Now, so often I've been in the gym and I feel like my number one struggle with the gym is my music, which is kind of annoying because you'd think it would be something else, and I wish I could, be stressing out about my actual workout and not about the music. But I feel like it's an easy make or break. If you guys have ever forgotten your headphones or something, then you know what I'm talking about and how much music plays into your motivation while you're working out. I probably won't enjoy my workout as much if I don't know the music. But if it's some old hip hop or EDM or really upbeat pop music, I'll zone in and I'll love my workout that much more. Alright, tip number 4, and this is also a personal preference one, but for me, having a smoothie in the morning is so beneficial. And I kind of talked about this in my smoothie video, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it after this video. But also just having something not as heavy in the morning, something more energizing, I guess, that's more beneficial for you, gives you more energy throughout the day, I've noticed. And also, if you're gonna pick a meal to have a smoothie, I always think breakfast is the best because you're more motivated to eat healthy in the morning, if that makes sense, and that kind of dips down throughout the day. So definitely try having it in the morning if you don't do that already. Tip number 5, and that is bulk with veggies first. So you can either kind of go 2 ways with this. So if you're making a meal, say you're making a bowl like I had at the farmer's market, and there's just a lot of veggies in it, that's amazing because it's the bulk of it is greens, so you're gonna get full off of that just because those fill you without needing to supply too many calories or too many fats and sugars and that kind of stuff. Regardless of whether you're trying to lose weight or gain muscle, eating a lot of greens is always good to keep you full and energized throughout the day. Also, if you're not having a meal that's, bulked all together with greens and stuff on top, having a salad or something like a smoothie, in the morning is really good because it gives you something so you're not hungry when you're still eating or when you're done eating, if you do eat relatively quickly. And I kind of talked about that with the smoothie too. Once you have that smoothie, it takes you a little bit longer to eat it. The same applies with the salad. By the time you're done eating a salad and then you start eating your meal, more time has passed, and so you're more likely to be a little bit more full. Number 6, and this is one of the most important ones, and that is sleep. And sleep need ranges a little bit. Most people need like 8 hours, some even 9 hours of sleep a night. So trying to hit that 8-hour mark, that's where I generally try to hit, can be tough depending on your job and your lifestyle, but it's really important, and sleeping that much for sure has positive benefits on your health, your energy levels for training in the gym, and your mood, your positivity. You know, you'll have less stress, less temper, that sort of thing when you're sleeping more. Also, and I feel like people don't talk about this a lot, but sleeping too much is actually not good for you. If you sleep 12 hours a night, it can really throw you off. And I've noticed this firsthand, especially. Oversleeping, for me personally, makes me feel more tired in the time that I am awake after that sleep. And I just don't feel energized. You know, I feel like my body like shuts down after a certain amount of hours, and it just like does not like to get up after that. And the longer I sleep, the harder it is for me to get up. But yeah, just try to hit that 8-hour mark, or whatever you find, kind of like give or take an hour or two in that range, no more, no less, and try to stay there. And even if it seems hard to get there, trust me, once you do, the rest of your life will just kind of fall in place. Number 7, de-stress. Meditating and doing like yoga. Working out, as I talked about, helps you like kind of let off steam, you know, fight or flight, and you're fighting more or less in the gym, or if you're running, that's the flight aspect. And that can help you de-stress for sure, and that's psychologically proven. The same with meditation. Taking the time to slow down your breathing and clear your mind is shown to give you less of a temper. So you're less likely to, you know, get angry or like react to someone else's negativity. There's so many ways to de-stress. So talking to a friend, going to therapy, writing down your feelings, doing things you love, petting cats, you know, petting dogs, whatever your preference is. I'm a both person. I think I like dogs a little bit more, but I have cats too, so no hate. But yeah, just find a way to de-stress, at least one thing throughout your day, every day, to de-stress. Number 8, and that's read labels. So regardless of whether you're trying to eat all natural or healthy or lose weight or, you know, gain muscle, or you just want to live a healthier lifestyle, reading labels can really enlighten you about what is in the products that you're consuming. Some things can have so many ingredients in it, and if you don't even know what they are or how to pronounce them, that's always like kind of the telltale sign of what is, you know, bad for you, I guess. Of course, there's some things that you don't know how to pronounce and they're really not that bad for you, but if you just Google them, you know, type them in, see what they are. Sometimes they're really harmful and they're like more pesticides or like GMO kind of ingredients, and you're like, why am I eating this? Why does this even have this in it? Now for me, this has enlightened me in all kinds of ways, and that's not eating products like that, switching to a healthier alternative in the grocery store, or finding something I do love that does have like lots of ingredients that I don't want to be consuming, and making them myself, making them at home where I can have simple ingredients that I know what I'm putting in there. Okay, number 9, and that kind of coincides with the last one, is don't treat your body like a garbage. So a lot of the times, you know, we're just eating because we're hungry and we're not paying attention or treating our bodies like a machine, because they really are a machine, and we want to fuel them with good stuff. Like you wouldn't put, you know, I don't even know, you wouldn't put like garbage in your gas tank or like bad fuel. If you went to a gas station and you knew that they had bad fuel, would you still put it in your car? No, because you paid a lot of money for your car. You want it to last a long time, so you're gonna put good fuel in it. The same applies with our body, except you only get one body in life, so you should really treat it, you know, properly. Even if you do want to still consume things that aren't that healthy, just keep it in moderation. This kind of applies with like coffee, which I know has some benefits, but drinking so much coffee in one day can actually be really bad for you. The same with alcohol. It's not good for you whatsoever, unless you want to be technical about some wines, or really limit your intake of that, because that can definitely negatively impact your body. And fatty foods, fried foods, sugar, salt, that sort of thing, really try to limit it. If not, don't eat it at all. Yeah. And finally, number 10, prioritize yourself, and it's not selfish to do that. So For me, I feel like I've always been taught, and other people that I know have been taught, it goes family, friends, and then yourself. Always putting others before yourself, not to be selfish, that sort of thing. And I feel like that's a good mentality to have. But when you take it a little too far and you don't treat yourself well, it really becomes a problem. If you're not treating yourself right and taking care of your body and your mental health, then you're kind of gonna negatively impact both your family and your friends. Really taking the time to care for yourself is caring for everybody else, and it's a win-win. Okay guys, so there you have it. Those are my 10 tips to stay healthy, mentally, physically. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And feel free to leave comments of any sort, what other tips you have, what tips you like, what tips you don't like, if you've tried any of them and you've noticed a difference. I hope you have a beautiful day.